Why, hello there, beautiful people. Welcome back to the channel. Now, I don't really know how to categorize the story or stories we're going to discuss a little bit, but I'm pretty sure a lot of you guys know this. There's been a little bit of a common theme with regards to the international news. There's been a lot of guys and ladies featured that have the same story as this dude.
For 4 years, Canadian Muhammad Ali fought on the front lines for ISIS and used social media to recruit others. He was captured by coalition forces while trying to flee into Turkey with his Canadian wife and 2 children.
Any foreigner that tries to leave, if he gets caught, he's gonna get a bullet to the back of his head.
Detained in Syria for the past 9 months, Ali says he is in legal limbo and is pleading with the Canadian government for help.
I mean, why shouldn't I be able to go home? I've done nothing in Canada. I've broken no laws there at all.
You heard that sales pitch? He did not break any laws in Canada and he wants to come back. As ridiculous as the statement sounds, that seems to be the common statement of a lot of people. Now, I'm not particularly bothered by what this person says. Of course, they're going to say just about whatever they want or whatever they need to get back in. I am more concerned about the progressive, open-minded people, because the progressives, these guys are so open-minded that their brains can potentially fall off.
Toronto native Dura Ahmed followed her husband to Syria 4 years ago.
I didn't know anything about ISIS or anything. She said, just come and see, just come and see.
Families Against Violent Extremism, a non-profit group, is lobbying for the return of 27 detained Canadians. More than half are children under the age of 5.
Now, this is not unique to Canada, of course. Here's a person who wants to come back to the UK.
My biggest priority is my child, because I left because of him. So I wouldn't want him to be taken away from me, and I'm just trying to give him a better life.
But asked if she thought she made a mistake, Shamima says she has no regrets, saying that her decision has only made her stronger.
Mistaking going back to going to Dola?
Yes, mistaken coming here, living under Islamic State.
In a way, yes, but I don't regret it because it's changed me as a person. It's made me stronger, tougher. You know, I married my husband. I wouldn't have found someone like him back in the UK. I had my kids. You know, I did have a good time there. It's just that then things got harder and I couldn't take it anymore. And I had to leave.
Now, I gotta say, I hate this bitch more than anyone else because she's from my native country. So, any line of association with these people just irks me. And of course, the United States, we got our own thing.
I don't know. I thought I was doing things correctly for the sake of God. And when I came here and I saw everything with my own eyes, I realized that I made a big mistake. And I know I ruined my future and my son's future, and I'm deeply, deeply regret it. Yeah, I've been literally planning to get out for months. I got caught twice by ISIS, and I was so scared I broke my phone. From what I heard, if they were to read my messages, I would have been killed.
Yeah, so there is a bit of a common theme. Now, generally, what worries me is that the amount of these people coming in back into the West, a lot of these people have successfully to come back to the West. This is not just, unique to the US or Canada or UK. This is happening all over. There are returning ISIS people coming back to Germany, Sweden, Belgium, Australia, you name it. It's all over the West. And a lot of them have gotten back in. The more progressive part, Sweden's let in a lot of these idiots. Anyways, my big concern is that a lot of these people will eventually get in, particularly because of progressive lobbying, as stupid as this is. And my main interpretation of all this is something that Imam Tawhidi summarized. This is his tweet. As of now, we should not allow the media to separate female ISIS members from their husbands by referring to them as brides, because in reality there are no ISIS brides. There are only ISIS members, and they should be dealt with equally. No sympathy, full force of the law. And this pretty much sums up the whole sleight of hand that the liberal media is doing. You read all this news and it's like, oh, these are brides, these are child brides, these are teenagers. The whole article if you read about them from CNN, HuffPo, and so on, is to garner sympathy for these people. And part of it I sort of understand. They are teenagers. They made a stupid decision when they were teenagers. But you know what? I was a teenager once, and I never thought about joining a terrorist organization. So there is a very strong limit to the kind of sympathy that I can muster. But I have absolutely no doubt that the progressive media establishment is going to try and do a 180 on this. And they've already done it in several countries. So I'm a little worried by this. Thankfully, in the United States, we have the president. But this is not something that will die down in a few years. I think for the next 5, 6, 7 years, these people are going to try and come, unless the Syrian authorities decides to get rid of all of them in one blow, which would be something I appreciate. But yeah, just keep your eyes peeled and just look at the media whenever they present these stories and see how the media presents it. It's very sickening. Well, you guys, that's about it. Just sharing my fright with you, doing some right-wing fear mongering as I do. Or, I will talk to you guys later.